Hi everyone, I welcome you all. We will learn about standard units. In ancient times, the length of a foot, the width of a finger, and the distance of a step were commonly used as different units of measurements. The people of the Indus Valley civilization must have used very good measurements of length because we see evidence in excavations of perfectly geometrical constructions. The handspan, the cubit, and the foot were some of the widely used measures of length. These measures of length are still used to make rough measurements. Handspan. The handspan is the measure of the distance between the tip of the thumb and the tip of the little finger of a fully stretched hand. Cubit. The cubit is the measure of the distance between the elbow and the tip of the middle finger of a fully stretched hand. A cubit as the length from the elbow to the fingertips was used in ancient Egypt and was also accepted as a unit of length in other parts of the world. Foot. A foot is the measure of the distance between the end of the heel and the big toe. People also used the foot as a unit of length in different parts of the world. The length of the foot used varied slightly from region to region. People measured a yard of cloth by the distance between the end of the outstretched arm and their chin. The Romans measured with their pace of steps. In ancient India, small length measurements used were an angul, which is also called finger, or a muthi, which is also called fist. Even today, we can see flower sellers using their forearm as a unit of length for garlands in many towns of India. Many such body parts continue to be in use as unit of length when convenient. However, everyone's body parts could be of slightly different sizes. This must have caused confusion in measurement. If two people take the same measurement, the values obtained by using a ruler will be similar, but the values obtained using handspan will differ. This is because the length of the foot or the hand differs from person to person. So using parts of the body to measure length is not a reliable method. For accurate measurements, a standard representation of every physical quantity is needed. This standard representation is called a standard unit. A standard unit is a standard measure that remains the same whenever, wherever, and by whomever it is used. In 1790, the French created a standard unit of measurement called the metric system. For the sake of uniformity, scientists all over the world have accepted a set of standard units of measurements. Like in your previous social science classes, I have explained you that for the sake of uniformity, we follow one time zone, which is IST, Indian Standard Time, and also to avoid differences in the time of westernmost point and easternmost point of our country. Likewise, for the sake of uniformity, scientists all over the world have accepted standard units of measurement, which is SI unit. The system of units now used is known as the International System of Units, or SI units. The SI unit of length is a meter. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions called centimeter. Each centimeter has 10 equal divisions called millimeter. Thus, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. For measuring large distances, meter is not a convenient unit. We define a larger unit of length. It is called kilometer. So, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. With a standard unit, it is possible to measure quantities accurately. For example, 6 meter of cloth, 3 kg of potatoes, or 1 liter of petrol. Understand the meaning of a measured quantity. For example, a 2 meter high wall, a concrete block of mass 300 kg, or a sprinter finishing a race in 9.8 seconds. According to the SI system, length is measured in meters, mass in kilograms, temperature in kelvins, and time in seconds. This system is now used for scientific work all over the world, but for everyday measurements, different units and systems are still used. For example, the degree Celsius is commonly used, although the standard unit for measuring temperature is the Kelvin. Now let's learn how to write units. Every measurement will have a number and a unit. For example, 10 meter, 38.2 kg, 30 seconds, and so on. Here, 10 is a number and m is a unit. 38.2 is a number and kg is a unit. 30 is a number and s is a unit. Point number 2. For making large measurements, multiples of standard units are used. For example, kilometer is an example. For small measurements, submultiples of standard units are used. For example, centimeter, milligram, and so on. Point 3. Certain rules should be followed while writing the symbols of units. For example, symbols for units of quantities are written with small letters. For example, m, kg, or s. Point number 2. Symbols for units derived from the names of scientists are written in capital letters. For example, degree Celsius or Kelvin. However, when these units are spelled out, they are written in small letters. For example, Celsius and Kelvin. Point number 3. Symbols are not followed by a full stop. For example, we write kg and not kg full stop. Point number 4. Symbols are not used in the plural. However, when units are spelled out, plurals are used. For example, we write 100 centimeter, but when we spell it, we will say 100 centimeters.